Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Michael, and today we want to be talking about the difference between dropshipping and selling info products online, meaning selling courses, training programs, and all kinds of stuff. A lot of people are asking me about these two models, and they ask me, what's better? What should I start as a beginner? Should I start selling products, info products? Should I start doing dropshipping? In this video, I want to break down the advantages and the disadvantages of both popular online business models. But what I also want to do, we got another giveaway going on, and I thought today I will not give away any courses as I usually do, and also not any softwares and stuff. I will actually give away something that's very important to me because it is 100 times more than I started my own online business with. And I'm talking about 100 US dollars, guys. Because as you guys know, I started my business with $0. I know there's no multiplier of zero, but let's just pretend it's 100 times more than I started out with my actual online business. So you have the chance to actually win $100. I will PayPal you the money. All you have to do is go to the comment section below. Also make sure you subscribe to this channel. Go to the comment section below, post a big comment on why you think that you actually deserve to win this $100 right here. Maybe post a business idea or whatever. Be sure to do that. Also, be sure to click the link in the description to sign up for my Facebook notification list, where I will actually hit you up personally and let you know if you actually won the $100. So good luck, guys. Be sure to comment below, and let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the actual video right here. Dropshipping versus info products, courses, training programs. What's the best business model? What's the best business to start as a beginner, okay? So this is not just for beginners, obviously, because a lot of people are asking me, what's the best business model to start as a beginner? I'm focusing on beginners with this video right here. So let's get straight into it, okay? I prepared a little graphic kind of thing, dropshipping versus info products. So the first thing that I want to be talking about, dropshipping. When it comes to dropshipping, the first thing you have to consider as a beginner, it requires a relatively high investment to start with, okay? Especially for beginners. If you're going out there and if you have to spend a few $100 on Facebook ads or Instagram ads or whatever kind of ads that you want to use to promote your products that you want to sell, and you don't even know if these ads will actually bring you results in form of, first of all, revenue, and in the best case, of course, profit, there's a lot of risk involved here, which can actually turn into anxiety and just fear and other emotions that are connected to risk, especially for beginners, especially if you don't have any experience yet, right? You're still going out there, you kind of new, you don't know anything yet. If the first Facebook ad bills or something come in and your credit card gets charged or your actual bank account gets charged and you can't pay for it or whatever, that kind of hurts in the beginning, okay? So that's kind of risky right here. So you always have to consider that there's going to be a high cost involved with dropshipping or any other e-commerce store that you're going to start, especially if you don't have any experience yet, because most likely you will not make any profit on the first few hundred or maybe even $1,000 that you spent, okay? The next thing that I want to be talking about dropshipping is it's technical, okay? It has technical aspects to it. You got to know how to set up the store. For those of you, most of you guys will probably use like tools like Shopify or something that make it very, very easy to set up a store. But even then, there's a lot of people who are not that tech savvy and they don't really know. They've never done anything else on the internet but using Facebook or YouTube or whatever. If you're one of these people, people like me, we can't really understand it because we do so much on the internet and stuff, but there are people out there who have problems like setting this stuff up, okay? Especially if you're trying to do it with like your own site with WordPress or something, you have to have some technical knowledge. Plus, there's all this stuff with Facebook pixels and where you have to copy and paste the code and stuff. I know most of you guys who know about this stuff, it sounds so easy to us, but I had a lot of people, I worked with a lot of people, I had a lot of clients that I coached and consulting and stuff who had no idea about this stuff when I actually had a hard time, like, I don't know, copy and pasting a code into a website or whatever, right? So that's something you have to consider. It takes time to learn all of these technical things unless you know them already. So Yeah, that's something that comes with dropshipping right here. Next thing is I already talked about high risk. This dropshipping, a lot of people don't admit it, at least a lot of gurus and stuff don't admit it, who push products in its space. It's a high risk business model in most cases. That's just the way it is. Not just because the thing I talked earlier about the relatively high investment and stuff, that's one thing, but that's on your side. It's basically considered a high business model for all parties that it involves, right? For example, your payment processor, okay? For example, if you use PayPal or any other credit card payment processing kind of thing, they do consider this business model in most cases as a high risk business model. And there are different conditions for high risk business models than there are for normal business models, okay? So high risk results due to all of these things that we have with dropshipping, like long shipping times. Like, it's just not cool, just not good that it takes 2 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks for a product to come to a customer. It's just a bad thing. It's really just a bad thing. And in most cases, companies like PayPal or whatever, they will do something like they will give you a reserve, right? So for example, you make 10,000 in revenue, they will keep 30%, or depending on the payment process or whatever kind of percentage, right? So you make 10,000, and due to security reasons, because there might be potential disputes and chargebacks and stuff, they will keep 30 up to 30% of that money in many cases. Okay, this happens to a lot of people, so be sure to consider that. Also expect, I know a lot of people say, a lot of gurus say that you can like avoid chargebacks and disputes and all kinds of stuff just by putting on your site. It will take a few days, it will take a few weeks to be delivered and stuff. Honestly, people, like the average impulse buyer on the internet, doesn't give two craps about if something is written on the site. It's not an investment, it's an impulse purchase. They just go there, buy it, and they don't even realize, they don't even read the description most of the time. So they are by nature, normally they expect the product to come fast. So you will get a lot of complaints, a lot of people knocking at your door asking you why this stuff didn't come, and then you will sit there wondering, oh, I put it on my website, why do these people don't know? It's because they don't read that small stuff on the site. They just see the price, they check out, and they pay. It's going to go real fast, and people just don't put that much attention, they don't put that much effort into actually researching stuff. Okay, so that's something you have to consider as a high risk business model in most cases. Okay, good thing though, and that's a very big thing that's very good with dropshipping, is the things that you sell, the products that you sell, and that's a very big plus, okay? They are easy to sell, meaning that they are proven to sell. That's something that I will be talking about when it comes to info products. Info products are not proven to sell yet because you just create them, right? Unless you do affiliate marketing and promote other guys' info products, your own products, you have no idea if they will actually sell because you've never tried it, because it's your own product. But if you're selling, I don't know, drop shipping stuff like necklaces or jewelry or whatever, you know there's millions of people out there who would potentially buy this stuff. So that's a big plus. You don't have to do any real market research in a way, because you already know people do need this stuff and they want to buy it. Most of the stuff that's on like AliExpress and stuff, it's proven to sell. If something has 10,000 reviews, obviously there's so many people trying to buy this stuff, okay? The last thing that I want to be talking about at dropshipping right here is that a good thing is that it can be started very, very fast. Okay, so you can literally start a shop or an online business like this, an e-commerce business like this, just by setting up the store and running some ads, right? You can literally set up the store within an hour if you know what you're doing, and pay someone to do an Instagram shout out and make your first sales right away. I gotta admit, there's not many business models you can do this with, you know, there's not many things out there where you can start a business overnight like this and potentially get a lot of clients and a lot of sales that way. Most other business models take work and preparation to do, okay? So let's get straight into the next part where we talk about info products. So the first thing I want to be mentioning right here is that info products, that's a very big thing right here. They have high and great profit margins. Okay, so what I mean with that is, for example, if you have an e-commerce store and you resell from AliExpress or whatever, right, and you sell a product that costs $20, right, you probably pay that the provider, meaning the guy you resell from, you probably pay them $2 or whatever. And you probably, I mean, people spend a lot on Facebook ads. No one really admits how much they spend. Many times they don't even break even or whatever. So if they break even, they spend, out of the $20 they make, they probably spend like 10 to 15 bucks. You know, even there might be cases where this is different, but in most cases, people are spending that much, or at least 50% of the revenue. Like if they make $20, they probably at least spend $10 on ads, and that's something you have to consider, because the smaller the profit margins, the harder it is to manage that business. Okay, so your management skills have to be better, because also think about not just when you do it for yourself, but when you're trying to outsource stuff. Like let's say you want to hire someone, that's all something you have to consider, and you have to calculate it in there. If you have smaller profit margins, it's harder to hire people and stuff, because you don't really know how much do you have to spend on ads. Will it be enough to pay the people who work for me and stuff like this? Okay, with info products, most of the time, if you make a sale, at least if you get a lot of organic traffic and stuff, you get all the profits. Like there's no extra cost. Like once you created your info product or your course or whatever, there's no cost that you have to pay like some provider or whatever in China to deliver your course. Okay, so that's a big plus right here. So all you basically have to pay for when it comes to info products is for advertising. If you have a good niche, the advertising cost is relatively low, usually lower than it is for dropshipping or something, because when you look at dropshipping, most of the products that you're selling, they're mostly already being sold on a huge scale. So there's a lot of competition and a lot of people buying these products and stuff. With info products, not too many people. If you're in a niche, in a specific niche, and you create a unique product, you can really stand out and pay not so much money for ads. Okay, and there's different models on how to promote info products. Simply, when it's a lower ticket item, you can simply send people to a page with a video. If it's a high ticket item, everything above like $297 up to like $2,000, you promote it with webinars. And if you do it right, you can get very good profit margins right here. Okay, next thing, info products have a very low startup cost. Okay, so there's no real cost involved in starting an info product business. Okay, unless you want to do it for your own system, you can just use a third-party integration kind of thing, like how's it called, like Teachable or whatever. I don't personally use this, but I'm just talking about for beginners and stuff. You could use like Teachable or something and just upload your course materials there, and they do basically everything for you. Like they also have like the payment processing thing integrated, where you can just add your PayPal or Stripe or whatever account. And basically all it takes is effort and time to create a course. But if you're good and if you have a good work ethic, this can be done really easy. Like you can literally create a course that you can sell for $100, $200 within a few weeks or 1 week or something, you know. Again, I also want to mention there's less competition in a way when it comes to info products. I mean, you see a lot of gurus and stuff out there. Like it seems like they're all over YouTube, but when you really break it down, when you look at the whole population and stuff, it's not that many. You know, there's probably in the online marketing space like 20 or 30 big YouTubers or whatever, or even less than that. You know, I haven't counted them, but there's not that many who are really relevant or something, you know. The thing with dropshipping is there's so many people doing it all around the world that you don't even see, you know, because with dropshipping, everyone can start it. One of the bad things about online marketing and online business is that there's no barrier to entry. It's not like being a doctor, it's not like being a lawyer, but everybody can do it. Okay, anyone can just go out there, start an online business, right? Dropshipping puts it on a whole nother level, because there you don't even need any courage or anything. You don't need to like show yourself. If you're like someone who's selling info products, you at least have to show yourself. Like you have to at least put yourself in front of a camera like I'm doing right now. And the great thing is that this is something that most people will never do. So all of these people who never do it, which is like 95% of the population, they're already eliminated, right? So you're just basically fighting against the guys who are already up there, which is kind of hard, but you don't have to get really high up. You can also just like make some good money selling info products just normally on a lower level and stuff, okay? You don't need to make millions of dollars with info products as a beginner, okay? One thing though is info products in general, when you don't consider competition and stuff, they are harder to sell. As you can see on the other side with dropshipping, we have easy to sell because, as I already told you, they're proven to be to sell because a lot of people already buy these products, right? With your own info products, it's hard because it has a personal touch to it, right? So you don't really know, especially when you start your first one. With the second, third, fifth one, it's not hard anymore because you know what your customers want and stuff. But with the very first info product, it's hard to kind of like really get a feeling for what they actually want and how they react to you as a person, right? So that's kind of hard right here, but it can easily be eliminated by just trial and error, okay? One thing that's probably not so good about an info product business is for a beginner, it takes time and effort to do it, okay? It takes some time. When I say time, I mean, unless you are already someone who has experience and knowledge with something, you have to gather it at first before you can make a real good info product, right? You can't just make an info product without knowing like anything at all. Right? So you have to at least spend time to like study something or do some trial and error stuff, experience something, and then make the actual info product, right? So that's the time thing. And then of course it takes effort to actually create the video, the courses and stuff like this, which takes a little bit of discipline, but it's really not that hard. Okay. Yeah, but that's basically what it is. So as you see right now, we went through all of the things basically that I can think about when it comes to dropshipping versus info products. If you ask me for my own personal opinion, what I would have started when I first started out, I probably think it's kind of hard. When back in the day, I would have probably actually done info products, to be honest, if I would have to decide right now, because it's simply, I mean, you can make it's just easier, I think, in my personal opinion. I mean, I can do it better probably than dropshipping, because dropshipping, when I look back and I see I didn't have any experience with that, with like Facebook ads or AdWords or whatever. When I first started out, I could imagine that it's very, very hard for a brand new person, like a beginner, to actually start dropshipping. You know, I think it's hard. I could, when I look back at myself and I had no clue, no idea, I would have probably wasted so much money, way more than with the info product stuff. I would have, if I could go back in time, what I would have done probably, I would have just like created an info product, go on the forum, in any niche or whatever, and just sell it, you know, and make money that way. And then again, reinvest it into like my own sites and stuff. Okay. And then maybe started dropshipping, but I would have probably never like started dropshipping on credit or something, you know, and just blast ads and stuff where I don't even know if it works. Okay. But whatever, it's your choice to decide what you want to do. I mean, you don't have to choose any of the two right here. You can just do whatever you want, basically. Maybe start another business too. But yeah, these are two good models that you can start a business with, even as a beginner, make some money online. And yeah, hope you liked the video. Be sure to take part in the giveaway to win the $100. And leave a great comment. And be sure to hit the notification bell to not miss another video of mine. And yeah, see you guys soon in the next video.